to all the men that say they can handle a foreign shorty, but really can't. If you can't handle our extra family, our extra ass family, our culture, our attitude, our overall extraness, and the attention that we can get at times, then a foreign shorty might not be for you.
Gentlemen, let me be the first, last, second, third, or whatever person to tell you this. That is not a foreign woman. Just because you look foreign or look different does not make you a foreign chick in the United States or in the Western country. Ladies and gentlemen, that is nothing more than an Americanized young lady who happens to have parents with roots probably from a different country. I'm not going to even begin to try to figure out what her roots are because I would hate to get it wrong. She looks a little Latina to me, but if I'm wrong, hey, I'm just wrong. But just because your parents or your ancestors come from a certain place and you're like, yeah, if you can't handle the extraness in our families and the extraness of this, maybe you shouldn't date a foreign woman, or maybe a foreign woman isn't for you. Wrong. That just means, baby girl, that you're not the one for me. Because if I go to wherever your parents are from, whether that be Brazil, the DR, Thailand, or wherever your parents are from or your ancestry is, I could probably find me a legit foreign woman with a legit understanding of her own culture, not just a blend of what her culture is with the watered down version that the Americans have probably thrusted upon a lot of people. No, fuck that. No, baby, that's not you. You American, right? If you were born in the United States, or even if you're not born in the United States, but you've been in the country long enough to allow yourself to be watered down by the shit that goes on in the United States, ladies and gentlemen, baby, that does not make you a foreign young lady. That just makes you an Americanized young lady from wherever your parents are from, right? I think there's this big disconnect between constituting yourself as a foreign young lady from wherever your country is and somebody who's just living in the United States. There's a big disconnect because a lot of people think, like I said, just because you look away, you're automatically that way, or you're automatically representation of the people of that particular place. And I hate to say it like this because, hey, some people may take it wrong, or however you want to take it, I respect it, but my ancestry is African American. I'm sorry, African, but I am African American, right? I have never been to Africa. One day I plan on everything that I love to get there. And one day I want to go. I want to just experience it. That's just the traveler in me, right? That wants to experience that. But although my ancestry, if I did my ancestry DNA, it probably tells me that that's where I'm from and that my people are from there, all I've ever known is my life in the United States of America, until I moved abroad, of course. But all I've ever known is growing up, where I grew up, around the people I grew up with, etc. So, baby girl, if you've only grown up in the United States, or you've come up in this place and you've adapted to the culture, or you have adopted the culture within yourself, baby girl, it's going to be hard for me to look at you like a foreign woman. Because a foreign woman to me is different. And it has nothing to do with accents. It has nothing to do with anything. It has everything to do with culture, attitude, behavior, and the way you present yourself as a young lady of your particular culture. And trust me, any man who has ever traveled to certain locations and destinations will be able to tell the difference. Perfect example. I have met plenty of Americanized Filipinas. Plenty of Americanized Filipinas, ones that have openly accepted the United States as their country and as a part of the culture that they want to adopt and be a part of. And I've also lived in the Philippines for a significant period of years that have shown me a different side of the people, different side of the culture, different side of the behavior, the way the country is ran, the way the culture is existing, the people who really follow the culture to the T. I've been a part of that and I've immersed myself within that. So when I see a Filipina in the United States, maybe not one that has just arrived into the country who's kind of just trying to figure it out, but somebody who's been here long enough to know what the America is really like, and they've chosen to go the American route as opposed to holding on to their Philippine roots. That's the exact same example that baby girl is pretty much presenting to me in this video. And I'm not saying that she doesn't live and die by her culture, rules, and attitude, and that her parents haven't influenced her and or, you know, put the ideals in her own life as she was growing up. I'm not saying that. But if you're, the way you're talking to me, it just seems as though, nah, you're not the one, boo. You're as a traveling man, I can honestly tell you, you're not exactly what most men are looking for when they think and or constitute as foreign. Now, unless these gentlemen do not know any better, and there are quite a few of y'all out there that know no better, and you think, yo, man, I'm dating this beautiful Latina chick, man. She cooks her favorite foods and stuff from her culture, and that represents everything that you need to, but she's still giving you more of a headache than young ladies that you grew up with in your own culture and your own background living in the West, and she's no different than the women that you've already dealt with in the West. That don't make her foreign, bruh. That just makes her somebody who looks different than probably somebody you've dealt with, but yet and still has the same attitude, same behavior, etc. That's not foreign. That's not different. That's the same damn thing. You just look different, right? So, baby, I'm just saying your looks don't necessarily make you foreign to me. And it would be wild if this young lady lives somewhere abroad. I'm assuming, and again, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. But I'm assuming that you're not necessarily you seem like you just been in the America, or you're in America right now. I'd be damned if you prove me wrong and you are in another foreign country or whatever, and you just happen to have this vibe and way of carrying yourself about you. I would then have to say, if that's the case, that you've just been influenced by the American culture, and yet and still you have been tainted to the point that we can no longer call you foreign, or we can no longer allow you to identify yourself as a foreign woman. I know. Everybody can self-identify whatever they want to, but for me, it's just different, man. And for anybody who's ever traveled, just listening to you talk, not just because your English is good or anything like that, not just because you can speak good English. Nah, that's not it. It's just the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, the way you're like, oh, if you can't handle a foreign woman and blah, blah. Most women in foreign countries don't come off with that vibe. Oh, if you can't handle women like us. That sounds like some American shit. Just gonna say, that's just what I'm hearing, and that's what you're verbalizing to me, and that's all that plays in my mind, love. Oh, if you can't handle women like us. That is some shit you hear in the U.S. I have never been to the Philippines or any other country where I've heard some woman come up to me and talk about, oh, if you can't handle women like us. Because that's only some westernized shit. Most men will attest to that. You don't hear women talking shit like that. You don't hear them talking like that at all. Right? I respect you. Like I said, it ain't nothing but love. I'm just saying, baby, that don't represent what a lot of men are looking for. If you are a foreign woman, hey, kudos to you. I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing that. But I know there are a lot of guys that'll probably sit there and be like, yo, because she looks different, or because she's not necessarily black, or she's not necessarily white, okay, she's somewhere in the middle. I can fuck with that, right? She's different. So let me go ahead and rock with that. That's different, right? That's the culture. That is she's that foreign girl I've been looking for my whole life. Foreign looks with Americanized tendencies. If that's what you want, good to you. But those of us who know, it's just another Americanized young lady to us. And like I said, man, she may not even look at somebody like me. Of course, I ain't the prettiest motherfucker on the planet. I'm probably ugly to the majority of people, and that's okay. I'm accepting of it, and I'm cool with it. I'm cool with with not being everybody's first choice. That's okay for me, because again, I'm not necessarily looking your way, and I'm pretty sure they ain't looking mine. So it's cool. We can have this conversation. But gentlemen, don't allow yourself to be fooled. That's all I'm telling you. Do not allow yourself to be fooled by that shit. That ain't no foreign chick, man. That is not no foreign chick. Doc's on to the next one, man. Y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed. Doc is out. If you enjoyed this video, man, make sure you drop a like. Make sure you subscribe, man. If you want to put a couple dollars on the Good Doc's book, you're like, yo, Doc, you know what? I like what the fuck you doing over here, bro. You really getting it in right now. And I appreciate your perspective on things, right? There's a little heart in the corner that says thank you. Drop a couple dollars on the Good Doc's books. Highly appreciate that one. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed, man. Doc is out. Peace.